Hey, it's Maria here, and today I'm answering the question, can you really make money online without investment? Like, is it really possible? So, if you're new to my videos, then welcome. Here we talk about how to make money online, work at home, and become your own boss, which a lot of people want to do. I talk about different aspects of business, do product reviews, share tips and tricks that I've learned in my over 30 years as an entrepreneur. So if you're interested in this type of subject matter, then please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you get notifications when I put up videos, which is pretty frequently right now. So let's get started and answer this question. Can you really earn money online without an investment? And that's kind of a trick question, actually, because the answer is yes and no. So let me explain. A lot of people, in fact most people, when they talk about earning money without an investment, they're really talking about not putting dollars into it. You are going to invest a lot of yourself if you want to start and grow a business, or if you want to start and grow anything. So you're going to invest your time, your emotional and your mental effort, and you're going to be thinking about it all the time. I can guarantee you that people who are successful in their own business, like people who eventually leave their 9-to-5 and do it full time, are sitting there at their 9-to-5 thinking about how to grow their business all day long. They're at their kids' soccer game and they're thinking about their business. They're at the dinner table and thinking about their business. It really consumes all of your time and energy at first as you figure out what you're doing, as you get out of the gate, as you get started and, launch your business and start to grow it and, face hurdles and overcome the hurdles and all those kinds of things. So the question of investing is kind of silly in a way, because you're going to be investing a lot. However, a lot of people want to do it with $0, and that can be done, but there are a couple of things that you need to consider, like, is it a good idea? Because I think that while you can do it for $0, sometimes it's really a waste of your money in the long run. So let me explain. When I got into e-com 5 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. And I was on YouTube, I was on Facebook, I was in a bunch of groups, I was trying to figure it out, and I was going left and right and up and down. And, a few weeks went by, and then a month went by, and a couple months, and I still hadn't even opened my store because there was just information overload. And finally, I found a course, and there was a lot of courses out there. But I found one that was very cheap. It was like $20. And I thought, well, you know what? It's $20. It's like a few cups of coffee, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And that cleared so much up for me because it laid out step by step. Do this, then do this, then do this, then do that. And within just a couple days, my store was up and running, and I had my first sale 2.5 weeks later. And there was a lot of frustration, but I really liked having the private group that went with the course. I was able to talk to people, to connect, to ask questions. Of course, I just kept watching the videos over and over again. And because it was all laid out in logical order, it really jump-started my success. And I made that $20 back within the first month. And then within, the first few months, I was definitely in profit mode. And I don't think I would have done that if I wouldn't have invested the $20. I mean, I would have still been floundering and not knowing what to do several months down the road on all those forums and all those groups and all that. I would have been getting ready to start, but I don't know if I would have started. Now, fast forward, that was $20. That wasn't very much. But fast forward to 4 years later, when I wanted to start doing Amazon FBA, which is a type of Amazon sales, and I immediately looked around for a course, and I was like considering this one and considering that one, and finally I decided on one, and I paid $1,000 for it. It's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. But you know what? Because I got a jump start on how to start my store within just a couple weeks. I had my first shipment into Amazon. I was getting my first sales like right after that shipment hit, and I made that money back within 6 weeks. And my store has just been growing ever since. So I think with the right training and the right tools, you're definitely going to jumpstart your success. And then the other thing is to think about, this is just to consider, is all of the time and effort you're going to learn doing the things that don't make you money but that are necessary to make money online. For instance, years ago, many years ago, when the internet was pretty new, I wanted to sell a product. I had written a course and I wanted to sell it, and I needed a website, and I needed an opt-in page, and I needed an email list. I needed all that stuff. And I would spend hours online figuring out how to do it all for free. I mean, hours and days and weeks. And I taught myself how to code in HTML. This was before any of the like Wix or any of those sites were out. I was using Notepad, and I was actually learning how to code. So I built my website, I built my funnel. I had to pay for an email list because there weren't any free ones available out there. There are now, like MailChimp's free, but and there's probably others. But I had to pay for those things, so there was some cost involved. But my point is that the hours and days and weeks that I spent, I'm telling you, I probably spent 200 hours just setting up everything, just making sure all the back end stuff was working and was together. And because I was using all free stuff, it was like a hodgepodge of get this from this place and this from this place, and it wasn't all together. And then I would have to draw a huge complicated flowchart just to remember how everything fit together. And it was pretty overwhelming. And what happened was I spent so much time and energy just setting things up that I never got a sale. I mean, for weeks, and actually for like 3 months, I never got a sale because I had put all my time and energy into the things that were structure, but that really had nothing to do with actually getting sales. And I finally did make a few sales, but if I just would have put out the money and paid for somebody to build me a website and to build me a funnel and to get some of these background things taken care of, if I would have just invested that money, I probably could have been having sales in a couple weeks instead of like months down the road. And the other thing that happened is because I did all of that stuff, by the time I actually got to the selling part, I was kind of burnt out on it. I was like already, that's just like done, because I'd put forth all this effort with no reward at all. And in my mind, like psychology, I was just ready to be done because I felt like I'd been working it forever and working really hard and not getting anywhere. And that's very frustrating in business when you are trying something over and over and over and it's just not working. But it wasn't because I wasn't working hard, it was because I wasn't doing the money producing activities. So if for some amount of money, a few bucks or even a lot of bucks, you can buy into a system that's already made up, that already has a sales funnel in place, already has, you know, the emails written. I had to learn to write copy too, which I'm still not all super good at, but I tried my best to learn how to do that. In their programs that already have great copy written, like they hire full-time copywriters, and so they know how to convert leads into sales, which is something that I didn't know how to do. So my point is that if for some amount of money you can get something that's already done, a website that's already done, a funnel, an email autoresponder series that's already written, if they can take you step by step by step how to set it up and how to get it going, then I highly suggest that you consider doing it, because you're going to cut your learning curve so much. Now, when you figure it out and you know how to do that business, like I figured it out with e-com, I wouldn't pay for anything today because I already know how to do it. I already paid, I already got my education. You know, I've already gone through the hurdles and the frustrations and all that kind of thing. And so if somebody said today, oh wow, you can make money doing an e-com store, I'd be like, oh yeah, I can get one set up in an afternoon. It's no problem. I'll probably have sales by tonight or tomorrow. And that's because I'm already good at what I'm doing. Like I already know how to do that business. But for something new, I would say research the free material and try it if you want. But if you're really serious about making money online, then cut your learning curve by investing some money in a program or a system that is going to have all the background stuff, or most of the background stuff set up for you, that's going to teach you how the industry works and how to do the job, and that's going to jumpstart your success, so that instead of, you know, posting on forums for weeks and weeks and weeks and not having many results, you can get results pretty quickly, like maybe within the first couple days or the first week. and you'll have a group of people that you can ask questions to, because most of these programs have, private Facebook groups or something like that where they have people that are very helpful and that will help you get started. And if you're in a program that has levels like a multi-level or affiliate marketing where you have a sponsor, well, they can help you too if you get a good one. Most sponsors are willing to help their people get started because maybe somebody helped them get started, and so they're paying it forward. That's one of the things that we like to do and that's why we're out here, and that's why we're in this business, because we like to help people. Now, we're not going to do all the work for you, and we're not going to hold your hand forever, but we are there as a go-to person in case you have questions, in case you need help getting started, or along the way. So that's my thing on investing. I think that definitely if you're not going to invest dollars, you're going to invest time. And that's the other thing I forgot to say, is that time is money. So if you are spending 4 or 5 hours a day on social media, or even longer, I've seen people spend all day long on social media promoting this or that thing, and when I ask them how they're doing, they're like, I don't know, I made $200 last month. Well, $200 is great, but if you spent 100 hours doing it, you made $2 an hour. And I don't know, you could probably go and say welcome to Walmart for a whole lot more money than that if you think about it. So that is another reason to consider shortcutting your success by investing in a program that's going to get you the training that you need and get you the support and the tools that you need to really be successful. Because then instead of 200 hours, you may only spend 20 hours during that month and get the same result. And in that case, you're making $10 an hour. And the more experienced you get, the more money that you're going to make for the time put in. And so then you're going to be like some of the people that you see on the internet who are making $10,000 a month, and they're like, I only work 2 hours a day. Well, they're probably lying about that. But the point is that you're going to be much more successful for your time and effort put in by investing in yourself and in tools and all that kind of thing. So that's all I have for this subject. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope that I answered the question, which was, can you earn money online without an investment? So if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to learn my #1 system that I use to make money online, that's in the first link below. And thanks again for watching, and I wish you all the success in the world.